Hello, everybody. I hope I find you guys all well. It is Saturday. It's my second video today. Not very often anymore do I do two videos in a day. It happens periodically, and this is one of those times it's about energy for me. And today is one of those days that is incredibly awesome. That's, I don't know what else to say other than that. Okay. Facebook is so finicky. I can't, it makes my settings that I can't edit or have control really over my privacy settings. And so this, today's been nothing but a magical day. And it's just been incredible because I don't even do, as you know, I don't very often do two videos in a day for quite a while. And today is just one of those days, energetically wise. It's been happening for a couple of days, but right now I'm speaking in the present moment. So let's get at this and see where we go today. Here we go. We huh? That's Godsmacker. Like the one earlier today was Godsmacker as well. It's just like, holy shit. It's, they want me to share this with you guys. I have a friend of mine, actually a longtime friend now. I actually physically met her at Sology in 2022. And along with Ashley is Kate. So I met both of them there. It was great. And we've been connected ever since. And then when Solo G Fest was in Houston in 2023, myself and Ashley stayed at Kate's house, right? It was great. And I have so much heartfelt gratitude for both those ladies as a person, on a personal level and a soulful level. And so just to give you guys heads up, okay, this summer in Arizona, Sedona, by the way, Sedona in Arizona, Kate and Ashley are hosting an event. And guess who's a part of this event? Can you imagine being in an event and you hear this incredible energy, where it would carry you? It's like, it's going to be magical. I know I could feel it. And so I'm looking forward to, first of all, see my friends, Ashley and Kate, and to be a part of their incredible gifts and abilities. And yeah, and just so you know, Ashley is, it's called Center for Conscious Kids. That's her YouTube channel. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't know when this summer. They haven't got back to me with the dates yet, but I'm theirs, and I've already said yes to whatever the date is, because it doesn't matter to me. That's my focus. That is my priority. Okay, so let's see where we go next. Here we go. Holy smokes. Oh, God. I feel so blessed by my gift and ability to channel this incredible energy. It's an amazing journey on my end. It's just, it's a godsmacker. That's the only word I have. I got a beautiful brother that's on here. How I found him was he does wallpapering, painting. He's very crafty that way. And my cousin, he was at my cousin's house doing some work, and then she records him singing. All I do is hear this incredible voice, right? And it was like, who in the hell is this guy? Right? His name is Tim Archer, which is on my Facebook page. I'm not sure if he's still here now or not. But anyway, so that's how I found Tim, is through my cousin, which is my first cousin in Charlottetown, PEI, right? Because I'm from Prince Edward Island. So I found Tim, and I let him know who I was and, and stuff. And I just got this feeling, because he was on here, or still is on here, I'm not sure, right? And it's the first time he got to hear this, like me on a live. And so he says this. For some reason, he posted, this is what he said, okay? Oh, by the way, he is a professional singer. He goes on tours, okay? And in fact, he just won an award in Europe for, I can't remember what it was, but anyway, he won it at these awards in I said it a second ago, I can't think of the word anyway. So he's legit. Plus he lives on PEI. Hey. So he goes, this is what Tim says: I'd love to take you on tour with me, and we could do an acoustic, so I love your guitar playing, great songs. Thank you, Tim. And just like your voice is from God, my voice, which is my guitar, is my voice from God. And so, yeah. If that bothers some of you, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because that's my truth. And I know where this is, and how do I say this? I'm learning, growing, and understanding this myself so much every single day I'm on this planet. And it's through you guys I've learned a lot about myself. And yeah. So let's see where we go. Here we go. I'm just going for this magical ride, and you guys get to come and hang out with all of this. It's I don't know what else to say. It's magical. It's mystical. It's funny. When I look back, I'm saying these words now. It's not the words I would use then, but it's the words I will use today regarding then, if that makes sense. Anyway, I was guided back in 2001. Yeah, in early 2001. Yeah, sorry, just in my mind I'm going through. Yeah, no, like 2001. And this psychologist asked if she could use my music because she heard me play live. And I said, oh, yeah, use my music in her healing sessions. I said, absolutely, please. Because all I knew is this is about healing. Because I've taken my own journey. Because when I get into counseling, and as I opened up to my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own emotions, I would take that energy and channel it through my guitar. That's how this all started, right? And I was guided in 2001 to go to the recording studio to record my music because all I knew then, and I still know now as well, but it's expanded, my music is special because of where it comes from within me. And I've always known that way back then. And yeah, because I started the healing journey, the actual healing journey in 1996. Yeah. And then in 2001, I got guided. And so that's how this all started, more or less. And there was a part before that is I did my first album called Me, Myself, and I. And that's the one that she heard. That's what it was. Sorry, I correct myself. She heard my music, and that's when she asked if she could use it. I said, absolutely. I gave her a copy of my album and stuff. For me, all I know is this, what I do is about healing, us opening up to our own hearts, our own thoughts, and our own feelings. I don't know, because I'm not in your journey. I'm just in my own journey, right? And, you know, these last 4.5 years with using a looper, it has opened me, activated me beyond my wildest dreams to where I am today, 4.5 years later. And with my looper, I actually have 5 different channels, which each channel I can add layers to those channels. So it gives me more control over the volume on each channel. Or as I lay down a track, rephrase it, as I lay down a track on that channel, it allows me to control the volume. And I've been learning, figuring this out as I go because no one's taught me fuck all. I've had to learn it and figure it out for myself. And that makes it amazing because nobody can teach me to do what I do. Nobody can. I can't teach you how to do what you do. It's just something that's in you. Right? So, yeah. Anyway, let's carry on here. What a magical ride. it, it truly is. It's like, all I can say is it's been such an incredible magical ride in the last 4.5 years, ever since I started using the looper. It was already magical before, but to try to figure out the looper, they've told me along the way, this was going to happen. But the thing is, it's not about where I'm going to end up at. It's about the journey, which when I say this, to articulate this very clearly so there's no misunderstanding, they showed me and they told me that it's like I'm in a sandbox, okay? And what I do in that sandbox is I anchor in that sound box, which is the first loop. That's the one that is the solid foundation with what I'm about to do. I never know what tempo, what style, or anything else, how it wants to be expressed in that moment. So you can hear the same kind of energy, but it's going to be expressed differently because that's how it wants to be expressed in that moment. Not only that, I cannot repeat exactly how I feel in that moment and what's happening. How can we? I can't. And I don't want to. I'm just open up my heart, open up my soul, and I've been learning to trust myself. So what happens with that solid foundation, my little sandbox, then I get to play inside that sandbox. And that's when I start adding layers and different things to it. That's what they showed me and they told me, right? I could have never been imagined to be this in this moment, the way I do things. And anybody who's followed me, there's somebody was on here the other day who shared, a couple of days ago, I was on a live, who she met me through live stream. I believe it's live stream. If I'm incorrect, my greatest apologies to her. But she found me, met me, whatever, and at Solar G Fest in 2022, because I was actually in Arkansas performing. And then, so she's heard the progress in me and everything I'm doing to this day. So she's got, 3.5 years of listening and witnessing the evolution, the unfolding. Andrea is another person who's been around me for quite a while. Hello, sister. Jan's been around me for about a year. Kirsty's been around for a couple years. You guys have all witnessed this incredible journey. You guys, every time I do a live, it keeps on unfolding. And there's some amazing, incredible moments, which is right now. I could feel this energy a couple of days ago, and I just went and did a live, and it was just like, wow, thank you, right? And because I'm dealing with an issue where I'm living with, it's considered, and it is, not considered, it is elder abuse by the resident caretaker. We've all been dealing with this. Well, I've been here 4 years. Some people have been here, one person's been here 20 years, and I'm talking about people that are going to now step up to the plate. Some have been here 3 to 5 years. And they are willing to step up to the plate. I'm always willing to step up to the plate, but the more that there is, it's just, the louder our voice is without having to yell and scream, trying to get things resolved. So we are resolving this through the federal government here in British Columbia, where I live, because there's a thing called the RTB Act. It's the Residential Tenancy Board Act. And it's there to govern landlords, to tell them what their rights and responsibilities are, et cetera, as well as the tenant, what their rights are and their obligations towards the landlord, et cetera. So we have a governing body, and this verbal abuse, emotional abuse, you name it, has to stop, and it will stop. That's me, I'm back. It's like, I know I've been waiting 3 years for somebody in this, shortly after I moved in here, for people that's willing to step up. I've been waiting to find them, and everything happened in this divine timing. And right now is divine timing. So I was a little, I could say the word tired, right? I just need to calm my own nervous system. And the posts that I share on that day, especially ones that I'm taking for somebody else where I have to copy and paste it into mine, And I always put astro marks on both ends to indicate it's not me personally that's saying this. It's somebody else who wrote it, but I'm acknowledging it came from elsewhere. And that's exactly how I'm feeling right now. There's many things. It's just speaking loud to me. And, you know, it's it's been a magical ride, and it's like there's this part of me where, yeah, I don't understand everything to this point, but I'm still processing. But I am where I am in this very moment, and that is all that matters. That is all that truly matters in this moment, and I feel so fucking blessed by this single very moment because I'm finding out just how incredibly strong I am from the inside to the outside. My music is a reflection of all of that as well. So let's see where we go. Here we go. the only words. Wow. I have somebody that was on here, or may still be here, Viola. I'd like to share this with you guys all. Viola and I went to the same high school, which is the Kensington Regional High School. And so, anyway, what happened back in, I think it was 2017, I believe it was 2016 or 2017. Yeah, it has to be 2017. I was doing a live almost every Friday, if not once a month. I think it started out was once a month, then went to every Friday, and then that weeded off. Sorry, I looked at something distracting. Give me a sec here. Anyway, so we went to the same high school. So what happened in, like I said, in 2017, I was doing these lives. So Viola and a mutual friend, Donna, showed up at every single one of them. And then it was just the guitar. And because the looper only came into my life and my world 4.5 years ago. So Viola has, when I was in high school, I used to lug my, that's the key word, lug. You can remember I was a kid. I lugged my amplifier, and my dad had bought me a electric guitar, because that's what I thought I wanted, which I was as a kid. I want an electric guitar. And so I lugged the amplifier and my guitar to school. And a couple of us were on stage at the gymnasium, and one of the guys, he was a trumpet player, Paul was his last name, and I can't remember who the other person was, to be quite honest. Anyway, we do something at lunchtime periodically. And Viola has been a part of all of this. And then for me to go into using a loop, or now having a looper in my life, in my world, it was, it's, the only limitation there is us ourselves. And for me is my guitar is an extension of my heart and my soul. It always has been. But I'm understanding it at a level that I never understood then, that I now truly understand. It's like, I think it was like two years ago. Sorry, I looked at Viola's comment here, and that's what happens to me. That's why when I play you guys, I'm in channel. And I have to be, if I look out or open my eyes, I'll rephrase that. If I open my eyes, I'm very careful about where I look and what I look at, because it can disconnect me. And that's when I disconnect, is they do little flubs or play a wrong note. That's when that happens. And so I'm very careful about staying connected completely until I'm done. And I don't know what I'm talking about, that part. Sorry, I'm getting a little tired, to be quite honest. I haven't had anything to eat. It's 4:10. I'm really messed up today, because, not messed up, but in a bad way, but in a good way in the end. As I was telling some of you guys earlier, that I'm in the midst of this thing where there's 3 women who we've created an event for anybody who lives in this complex to have a meeting next Friday. So there's 3 of us involved, and it's been very draining, very challenging, but yet rewarding. PTSD, you name it, right down the list. And I can heal my, when I was talking, posted some stuff on my Facebook page about the nervous system. I was experiencing that nervous system quivering, and I'm so grateful that I did do a live 2 nights ago, because it helped me to get back into me. It just calmed my own nervous system big time. And so I'm just, I expressed my gratitude I sent the same email to both of them, or same text message to both these ladies I'm working with, to express my heartfelt gratitude for their courage, for really truly speaking up, not just words, they're taking action, right? Because I've been waiting for people for 4 years, literally, people who want to take action. And in the last, 5 days, it's just not snowballed in a bad way, but in a good way. It just like, My neighbor said something. My neighbor then told this lady that she knew was having problems and wanted to resolve it. And that's how we connected. And then she told me with this other lady, and that's how it all happened. It happened very quickly. And I'm the type of person is we need to take action now. We don't need to wait for that perfect moment because there's going to be no bloody perfect moment. And it's been very empowering just to walk beside two others. I have a lot of knowledge and wisdom regarding dealing with landlords and about the RTB. I'm very knowledgeable. These two ladies didn't even know about it. And so I've been enlightening them and enlightening tenants as well. And that's what this meeting's about. And we're also going to have the Elder Abuse Organization, I can't think of the name, representative is going to be there. The chairperson, I believe it is going to be there, as well as this person's involved with another organization that has to do with elder abuse. So perfect, right? So he's going to be at our meeting. But anyway, is because I've never taken a back seat from here. I've always addressed the issues in accordance with the RTB Act, and I thank these ladies. That's what it is. I thank these ladies for stepping up, because you both have activated me, which is true. It's just like, okay, we're going to do this. Let's do it. That's what we're going to do. This is how we're going to work. And I'm not telling them what to do, but one lady, it was quite funny. I'm sorry. This is quite funny. Is she goes, well, let's, I'll call the police and get them to find out who owns that vehicle. And they'll tell me, and I responded back to her. I said, no, they're not going to respond to you. They can't. Legally, they cannot give you that kind of information. The only person who could get that kind of information is the landlord, right? And, don't waste your time, right? Because what people have done, and which I understand, they're grasping. Where can I get help? Where can I get help? Well, you're grasping. And now we have a direction, and it's been beautiful. It's empowering to me. Is my voice is there, very crystal clear. And the one thing when I spoke about my nervous system is I cannot handle, sorry, I'm going to be honest here, I cannot handle assumptions, speculation, and all that. That just, my system, and that's what I was dealing with. And I'm trying to keep calm, but it's very hard. I said, we know what he is. It's about the stuff he's done to us as individuals. That's what matters. And how it made us feel, etc. That's what matters. We all have the stories. We know exactly what this guy's like. And, I try to give these two ladies grace and just try to listen, but I cannot handle after 20 minutes of them going on and on and on stuff. And it just rattles me. And it's not them. It's just my own nervous system was telling me. Mm-mm. So I try to tell them, look, I can't talk about all that stuff. My focus and the only energy I have is here. That's my only focus, right, is this. And, it's, here we go again. Do people really listen to hear? Well, one lady really bad at listening to react. The other lady is sort of the same, but not as bad, right? So I'm dealing with this on my level of trying to listen and hear them. But, to tell me he's a narcissist, we already know that. You tell me he's an asshole, we already know that. It's just all of this. And when people go on and on for like 20 minutes, I do have tolerance, but man, after 20 minutes of same shit, different pile, no, my nervous system can't take it. And I've tried to tell them, but are they really listening to hear what I'm really saying? It's called respect my boundaries. If you want to talk amongst each other on that other stuff, fill your boots. But I can't handle that because it's not resolving a damn thing, but a waste of time and energy, which I don't have. And that's where I'm protecting my energy. And that's where, instead of trying to talk to them on the phone or in person, I'm going to text message them. I'll email them. That way I can say everything that I'm thinking and feeling and expressing. but all the way through instead of being interrupted with, stuff. And so this is the best way for me to move through this with them. And that, but anyway, it's been quite the experience. So I need to go and nourish my body, because what happened was, oh, I know what it was. I could not settle my nervous system down until the following morning. So in other words, yesterday morning at 6. Then I woke up, I think by 10. So I got up and my system was better because finally I was able to sleep and my body would relax more. And so that's why I had a good day yesterday. But the thing was that I was like, all of a sudden, boom, it hit me. I was just friggin' tired. Like, and I'm going, it's like it's 5:30. What? Right? And I was trying to hold on. And by 6, I went, enough is enough. I'm going to bed. I went to bed at 6. I slept straight through until 6 this morning. And I've been awake ever since. So my whole clock is out of whack, because I know it's only 4 o'clock, but it feels like it's like 10 or 11. Right? That's where my clock is all wonky right now. But that's okay. There's somebody on here, I was going to say the word gentleman, but I don't want to be assumption on his sexual orientation. Sexuality, I guess. Maverick, 363, this is what he says. I'm not sure how this came across my feed, but God bless ya. That's exactly what he says. This is him here. I can't see the stuff on this feed here coming from YouTube or Facebook, but I can see the YouTube. So yeah, because otherwise I would have shared what Tim wrote. But I'll figure this out. But you guys, I'm going to go cook some dinner now. And thank you for being here with me as we all move through these energies. And I just have nothing but heartfelt gratitude for every single one of you that's here now or before or later. Every single one of you. Thank you for being here. And I may be on here for the 3rd time to see how my energy goes. Anyway, hugs and loves, everybody.